In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best value cards at each position right now in my team. So I'll be going over the top 5 best value point guards, top 5 best value shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. If you guys don't know what I mean by value, value is going to be for how good a card is and how much they do go for on the auction house. So for example, of a really good value point guard is going to be at our number 1 spot in Dark Matter Amen Thompson, because Amen Thompson is debatably a top 5 point guard in the game, and he's only about 15 to 20k MT, which is super cheap, right? Compared to a point guard like a Kobe Bryant or an Invincible Curry or an Invincible Russ. Even though those guys can be considered good point guards, they go for 300,000 MT, whatever they go for. So those would be considered bad value cards compared to a card like Amen Thompson. So this will be the top 5 best value cards at each position: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and centers as well. But like I said, Amen Thompson, I think right now is the best value point guard in the game. I think he's a top 5 point guard, 6'7" at the 1, 7 foot wingspan, and he's just all around an absolute beast at point guard. He's got a great jump shot, really good dribble sigs, amazing dunk packages, and also maxed out defensive tendencies that I do think he's insanely good value for about 20k. At the number 2 spot is going to be Luka Doncic, a really good offensive point guard. That's the main thing about Luka, is the offense he brings to the table. He's going to be fairly expensive. He's like 150k, maybe feeling a little bit cheaper. Still a really good price though for Luka. 6'7" at the 1, 6'8" wingspan, still has that amazing good jump shot with the KPJ base, Rudy Gay upper, on very quick timing, and also great dribble sigs. If you know how to 3-hunt, Luka Doncic can be super overpowered. At the number 3 spot, I do have Anthony Black, a really well-rounded point guard. I would say he's just like a worser version of Amen Thompson, but very similar at point guard. He's 6'7" at the 1, 6'11" wingspan, great defensive point guard, 97 block, 98 steal, 98 perimeter, 96 interior defense. He's almost got like invincible type stats, and then he's also got a solid jump shot, great dribble sigs, quick drops off 1, and also amazing defensive tendencies. So Anthony Black gonna be the 3rd best value point guard in the game. And then for number 4 and 5 are gonna be very similar point guards. I got Ron Artest at number 4, and then I do have Wes Unseld at number 5, both fairly cheap. I mean, Ron Artest is pretty much considered a budget card, and he's going to be really good for that price. 6'7" at point guard, 6'10" wingspan, and is still one of the best defensive point guards in the game, and does have a very capable jump shot. And then you also got Wes Unseld, a really well-rounded point guard, 6'7" at the 1, 6'10" wingspan. Like I said, a very similar point guard to a guy like Ron Artest, has great dribble sigs with the D-Rose size up and the tray escape. So in my opinion, these are going to be the top 5 best value point guards in the game. Now to go on to the top 5 best value shooting guards. Number 1 and number 2 are going to be very similar, and that's Radiant T-Mac and the interdimensional Tim Thomas. Not their best version, right? There's Invincible T-Mac and there's Hero Tim Thomas, but still are going to be some of the best cards in the game at that shooting guard spot. You got T-Mac, who's under a buy now. He's actually about like 70 to 80k. I just sold my T-Mac for like 70,000 MT, which is kind of ridiculous. 6'8" at shooting guard, 7'2" wingspan, still has that great jump shot with the KPJ base, Oscar upper, on quick timing. And then you take a look at Tim Thomas. He's actually going to be even taller of a shooting guard, 6'10" at that shooting guard position, 7'2" wingspan. I mean, that is kind of ridiculous for a shooting guard to be this good offensively, with a really good jump shot, LaMelo Ball base, Trae Young upper, on very quick timing, and also amazing dribble sigs. And Tim Thomas just moves extremely fast in game, you know, with the ball in his hands. For a 6'10" card, he should not be moving that quick. And then at the number 3 spot is going to be the other Thompson twin, and that's going to be the Dark Matter Asar Thompson. He's actually under 10k, which is kind of crazy. Like, he is such good value at that shooting guard position. 6'7" at the 2, 7-foot wingspan, really well-rounded card, just like Amen Thompson. Amazing at slash into the basket, those crazy good dunk packages. He's got a really good jump shot, the O-shape base, Rudy Gay upper, on very quick timing, and then he's also got amazing dribble sigs with the D-Rose size up, the tray escape. He moves well in game, gets crazy dunking animations, great at going to the rim, and like I said, does have that solid jump shot. At the number 4 spot, I do have AK-47 because of the defense he brings to the table. One of the best defensive shooting guards in the game, and still does have a capable jump shot. And then for number 5, I was debating between cards like Brandon Miller, Rudy Gay, Grady Dick, but I think Grady Dick is actually a little bit better than those type of shooting guards. My best comparison for Grady Dick is just a taller, better defensive version of a Vince Carter, because he's got the Vince Carter upper and the KCP base. He's got amazing dribble sigs, really good dunk packages. He can defend, he can play make, he shoot threes. He's got such a good jump shot, and these are going to be my top 5 best value shooting guards. Now to go on to the small forward position, at the number 1 spot, I still think you got to give it to the Dark Matter KG. He's about like 60k, I believe, on Xbox, 6'11" at small forward, 7'2" wingspan, and still gonna give you that elite level defense. 98 block, 95 steal, 95 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's athletic, he's quick, and he does have a good jump shot with the LaMelo Ball base KG upper on very quick timing, and then also very solid dribble sig. So really like KG at that small forward position. I do have Karl Malone at number 2 because he's extremely cheap, under 10k, and you get a top level small forward for that price. A very good price for Karl Malone, 6'9" at small forward, 7 foot wingspan, a really well-rounded card. That's the main thing about Karl Malone. He's just super well-rounded, doesn't necessarily have any flaws, a great jump shot, good dribble sigs, great dunk packages, an amazing defender with his tendencies, his stats, his badges. And yeah, I do think Karl Malone going to be one of the best value small forwards in my team. At the number 3 spot, I think you got to go Jonathan Isaac. A lot of these small forwards are very similar. Jonathan Isaac, KG are pretty much the exact same small forwards in the game. Just going to be extremely good defenders at small forward, 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan. And then you got Jonathan Isaac, who is one of the best on-ball defenders in the game, maybe lacking a little bit of offense, but still going to have really good defense on ball. And then at the number 4 spot is going to be Galixable Big Z, just mainly due to his height, 7'3" at that small forward position, 7'6" wingspan. He creates so many mismatches on the offensive end and allows you to run so many different lineups in game. So I do think Big Z is going to be the fourth best value small forward for only about 30k, maybe a little bit more depending on the time of the day and the market. And then at the number 5 spot, to round out the top 5 best value small forwards, is going to be one of the new next rookies, and that's going to be Dark Matter Jarris Walker, another Karl Malone type of small forward where he's just really well rounded, 6'8" at the 3, 7 foot wingspan, amazing all around stats and badges, elite level defensive tendencies, and still has that knockdown jump shot with the Tobias Harris base, Oscar Robertson upper on very quick timing, and then also does have the Trey Sigs and the Trey Fade as well. So these are going to be my top 5 best value small forwards. Now to go on to the top 5 best value power forwards. This might be the best position so far. At the number 1 spot, we do have Victor Wembanyama, not his invincible version, but his next one that goes for about, I think, 80 to 90,000 MT, somewhere in that price range. But he's going to be a 7'5" power forward, 8 foot wingspan. So just that in itself is crazy. He's got such a good player model. He's a great defender. He might not have those crazy animations that his invincible has. He might not have that crazy jump shot or dribble sigs, but still a very solid release, really good dribble sigs. And this card is just so overpowered at that power forward position. At the number 2 spot, a very similar power forward to Victor is going to be Pink Diamond Taco Fall. This card recently just became a buy now. He's around 100,000 MT, 7'6" at the power forward position, 8'2" wingspan, and such a good paint defender, a really good masher, and one of the best power forwards in the game. And you can get him for under 100k. Is such good value at that power forward spot. At the number 3 though is going to be Dark Matter Invincible Evan Mobley. You got Evan Mobley, who is such a good power forward. I think he's one of the more underrated bigs in the game. 7 foot at power forward, 7'4" wingspan. His jump shot is so knockdown, man, and this card's extremely cheap for an invincible. I've seen this card multiple times and for under 200,000, only like 150k. He's got the Montrezl Harrell base, Sadiq Bey upper on very quick timing, one of the fastest power forward jump shots in the game. The card's a great defender and can do it all at the power forward position. At the number 4 spot is going to be the normal Dark Matter 16-bit Kristaps, still 7'3" at power forward, 7'6" wingspan, has that good jump shot and a really good offensive power forward. And then to round out the top 5 best value power forwards in the game, I think you gotta go with Walker Kessler, another invincible, and he's gonna be expensive, but I think he's worth that price tag. He's such a good power forward in the game, very similar to a card like Evan Mobley, and these are going to be my top 5 best value power forwards. Now to go on to the last position here, the top 5 best value centers. At the number 1 spot, I think you got to give it to the Galixable Yao Ming. This card actually recently just became a buy now on Xbox. I can see one up right now for 95k and then one up for 100,000 MT. I'm sure he'll rise back up to over 100,000, but he's such good price. You know, he's such good value and a really good price for about 100,000 MT for Galaxy Opal Yao Ming. 7'6" at that center position, 7'9" wingspan, still a great defender, all around beast at center. At number 2 is going to be Victor Wembanyama. Once again, 7'5", 8-foot wingspan, one of the best player models in the game. And then for number 3 and 4 are going to be very similar center cards. I got Mark Eden at number 3, and then I do have Ralph Sampson at number 4. Both are great interior defenders. Mark Eden, one of the best player models in the game. Ralph Sampson, so good at grabbing rebounds and getting paint stops. And then for the number 5 spot is going to be Sabonis, the hero version, just because of his size, and he's super cheap, going to be the only budget center in this top 5. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my top 5s? But in my opinion, these are going to be the top 5 best value cards at each position in the game right now. So the top 5 best value point guards, top 5 best value shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. But hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.